Yeah, so our overall goal, our overarching mission and vision of measuring and implementing practices of sustainability um, will never end. That it's broad and overarching, and that will inherently include food groups because unsustainable food systems is a huge part of our society's unsustainability. So when we're thinking about how we need to change our societies, having access to food that is representative of your community, readily available to you, healthy, contaminant-free, organic, and healthy for our environment is going to be a huge piece of that. So long term, we inherently support sustainable food systems. It's not explicitly said anywhere that we're going to be promoting a sustainable food system, but I mean, it goes without saying that it's something we support and may focus on in the future. But our short-term goals right now, I think the sustainability policy will most likely have the biggest impact on sustainable food systems, because when we start to implement the action plans that are mandated by the sustainability policy, we'll be able to take these types of practices to the table and say, what is Airmark doing right now that makes them part of our sustainable food system? And while we are stuck with them for the next 5 years or 7 years or however long they'll be around, there's no getting away from that. We can't kick them out. We can't just rip up their contract as much as we all want to. So we need to focus on this theory called boots and suits. And so suits in the boardroom need to be able to advocate for sustainability while the boots on the ground are actually doing the practices of sustainability. And so while we have entities like the Concordia Food Coalition actively doing things that are making our campus a more sustainable place in terms of food, we also need people at the boardroom to build action plans that will hold companies like Airmark accountable and make their benchmarks more realistic. Right now, their sustainability benchmarks are weak at best, and we don't really have a mechanism of holding them accountable right now. So hopefully we can get some kind of concrete, smart actions on the table that Airmark will be held accountable to. I can't say whether or not that, I mean, this is just me sitting here on a stoop outside hoping for these things. But I think in terms of what Sustainable Concordia can do for the sustainable food system is to advocate through that sustainability policy and through those sustainability action plans to make sure that the people who control our food system right now are focused on sustainability. And then in 5 years, hopefully combine forces like we are right now with divestment, and see what we can do to have multinationals completely get their hands completely out of our food system.